some people are saying, as their favorite YouTube personalities have become estranged. After running out of Macs, former BoxMac host Frankie-Frane has left the once lightly successful web series to instead review frozen pizzas with other former collaborator Zach Carlisle.
Today on Pirate Pizza Review, I prefer the conventional Truffle. We've got a wonderful skeleton. Perhaps just what we're looking for. We're going to be on the lookout for frozen pizzas.
Internet personality Jonathan Hunt has gone missing, with no signs of his departure, save for the Hall of Macs being entirely empty.
It's going to take forever. You just won't stop eating Mac.
Thank you for cleaning the kitchen and
Give me a pack of Krafts. Mrs. says a grown man can't eat a box of mac and cheese. How the hell you like that? Perfect weather to have a little bit of Kraft macaroni and cheese by the fire. It's
Place sucks.
Bro, you said you would take this trip seriously. You know how important it is to me.
Bro, isn't that kind of guy-on-guy talk?
Name's Brody Copper. Brody Bro.
Don't mind him, he's morally vacuous. I'm only with him because I have no self-esteem. But you can call me Miss. Miss Misguided. Miss Misguided Goodheart.
Misguided and big dumb bro. What are you doing in Noodleton? There ain't a college around here for 200 miles at least.
I don't know that I'd prefer to say, officer.
Secrets in my town?
Let's just say that I have heard that Noodleton is full of mac and cheese enthusiasts, and
she thinks Junt might be here.
A man junt in my town?
You are such a jerk sometimes. You don't deserve to die, but if you did, people would be less sad than if I did.
Jonathan Hunt is presumed dead. Hasn't made a video since last year when they ran out of Macs. What you're doing is wasting your time and mine.
I don't really see how it impacts you.
Well, you see, I would be at home, off shift, thinking about how you're wasting your time, which in itself would be a waste of my time. So just go back to your civics class or themes of Aaron Sorkin or whatever you kids do for classes nowadays.
Place sucks. Look, can you explain to all of us, I mean me, why we're here and any other relevant details?
BoxMac was my favorite show. Ever since my house burned down and my parents died and my brother got that cancer diagnosis and my UTI, it's all I have left. And I think that Junt just needs to be convinced to do the show again. I think he just needs to know that the fans are out there.
Cool, but you didn't answer my question.
Oh, the thing about...
But why he's here thing.
Right. So, YouTube analytics said that most of the views from Pirate Pizza Review have been coming from this zone. And I think it's that house because it's creepy.
Place sucks.
I think he watches PPR obsessively. I think he misses Frankie.
Gay.
Is that a high-flow sink I see? It's hard to make out.
God, can we just bail? I've never even had mac and cheese before. I grew up wealthy. That's such a low-class food.
That's not very nice. And when you say things like that, it makes you less sympathetic if you were to be murdered. I'm going in.
There's no one here, MG.
If there's no one here, how come there's a pile of granite square blankets right there?
Old house, old blankets. Makes sense to me.
The bathroom. If there was a bidet, I am so right.
Who the hell is that?
Oh my God, it's Nina.
You guys can't be here. You gotta get out of here now. Get out! Get out! You guys are dating guys and Frankie's got two girls and Danitas. You guys have to get out!
No
noodles.
Frankie's, Nina, and I'm pretty sure there's another Nina around here somewhere. We've run out of new Macs completely and life sucks. We're gonna make the best of it and we're gonna take old Macs and make them into Franken-Macs today on BoxMac. So Nina, and Frankie's. Nina, it is the age of the shell. Elbows are done. Elbows are out. Elbows are no good. We're gonna make 3 cheese with mega shells.
These are huge.
The pasta will be much more meaty. We're gonna thicken the cheese sauce a little bit. We're gonna use the 3 cheese sauce for this. What we're also gonna do is we're gonna take the 3 cheese noodles and put them into Cracker Barrel cheese. So the elbows, out of here. I think that the shells will hold more cheese and will be more tasty. Also, I think that these are gonna be really good once we get them thick. Some nice meaty pasta to bite into. We're gonna have to cook them a little long and they're probably gonna get a little mushy. Security, Frankie, could you get me some salt from the fridge, please? Yeah, salt. Mm-hmm. How are the Frankies doing back there? The Frankies doing well?
What do you look for in a Frankie?
Basically, they just have to be able to take the mask. We've got 3 already. They're doing good. This one's a little listless.
He'll come around.
He's the fresh Frankie. We just got that Frankie.
You don't want to judge a fresh Frankie by his comatose.
No, you need to wait till they wake up, and then you can evaluate the full capabilities of Frankie. See, I have one Frankie that's so good back here, I put him in charge of security for the whole show.
Yeah, how'd that work out when this Frankie got past him? I think we got to replace that Frankie because this one got by.
There's only a certain level of expectation you can have from a Frankie. For Nina's, you can expect a little more. With Frankie's, you get what you get.
Does this one look...
Is it boiling yet? I haven't paid the power bill, so it's a little low light.
Do you ever use these shells for anything else?
They're not stuffing shells, no. They're I don't know really what you would do with this. Perhaps you could put it with a really chunky tomato sauce. You could certainly stuff them and like make mini stuffed shells.
That'd be kind of cute. When you're not eating mac and cheese, what kind of pastas do you eat?
Butter and salt and pepper are one of my favorites. A pesto, I love pesto pasta.
I do love pesto.
Pesto is wonderful. And you do have to have the little bit of pine nuts in there. It really does make a big difference.
Are pine nuts actually from pine cones?
No, I don't think they are. I think they have nothing to do with pine cones at all.
How come they're so expensive?
I don't know, but all nuts are very expensive, EJ.
Peanuts are the cheapest, probably, but
yes.
They're not even a nut. They're a pea that you eat like a nut, thus the name.
Whoa, Nina's full of Nina facts.
Or a pulse. I think maybe they're a pulse.
Now, Nina, you had a fabulous garden this year. Did you grow any herbs or spices in your garden?
Those were the only things that got eaten by I don't know what. We have a gang of roving chickens.
Roving chickens, we have those here too.
Yes, and I think they may have eaten them because I haven't really seen any deer or evidence of deer.
Yep.
And all of our lettuces and everything were fine.
Yep.
But these little cute herbs that we had just kind of planted on the outskirts got eaten up.
Yep.
But I do want to have an inside herb garden during the winter.
This year I'm going to grow some stuff inside too, but it's mostly going to be plants for next year.
You should let them overtake your whole house, like Troll 2.
Well, you know, parts of the house are completely unused. In the abandoned wings.
You can have like the rose from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. I don't really know the song well enough to sing
No,
it.
these Frankies suck. You need a Frankie that can sing.
Can any of you Frankies sing? That's it? We can't be having these B-grade Frankies, Nina.
Do these Frankies even like mac and cheese?
I don't know. So the 3 cheese sauce is obviously optimized for small noodles. We're going to thicken it with a little bit of my favorite thickener, xanthan gum.
How long does it take you to go through a big pack of xanthan gum like that?
About 1 lifetime. I really only use it on BoxMac and occasionally when I need to thicken a gravy, and you really don't need much for it to take effect. As long as you keep it dry and fresh, you're good to go.
I have used some tapioca starch to make like vegan pumpkin pie.
Nina, the overboil! Nina! I put you in charge of this. But anyway, you were saying, ooh, tapioca starch. I have some of that in my closet too. How about potato starch?
No, I haven't used that. I've used arrowroot. This all sounds very spooky. Like these all belong in a witch's called. Yeah, Eye of Newt and Arrowroot.
Newt and Arrowroot. Excuse me, security Frankie. A ball. Thank you. Thank you, Hood Frankie. I'm gonna cut some butter.
I've never seen you do that before.
Well, there's a first time for everything, Nina number one.
I'm like the bottom of Nina's. Have you ever done anything like this?
No, I've never used the cheese sauce without using the pasta. That's actually something my grandmother used to do, but she'd do it the other way. She'd buy macaroni and cheese and just use the pasta and throw out the cheese sauce.
Oh, that's weird because it's such sub-quality pasta. I mean, you would think.
She just liked the pasta and it was a good portion. She didn't want to have boxes half open sitting around.
I like this broad.
Grandma Hunt, I bet the noodles are coming along. Because of this batch, Nina, we have to make the cheese sauce a little bit in advance. I'm using a rapid, you may notice. We're going to heat up the butter and the milk too. We're going to get them both up to temperature.
Now, I'm Polish, John. You can tell me if this is true for other people, if I just assume it's Polish people, is cottage cheese on macaroni.
That is a big thing, Nina, but I've never tried it myself. I've seen a couple recipes online, pretty famous ones, that are based around cottage cheese as like one of the primary cheeses.
My name is Terry Crews. The cottage cheese is the secret ingredient. It kind of does the whole saucy thing and blends everything together.
But we just do it straight up cottage cheese on macaroni.
Straight up?
Mix it up.
That seems a little ridiculous.
I think our Polish fan base is going to be really glad I brought that up.
Do we have a Polish fan base, Nina?
I'm a fan.
I'm using my ladle to sample the noodle because these shells, as you can see, are quite huge. It's going to need to boil for way too long. The Frankies are getting restless. Calm down, Frankies, calm down. Look, you Frankies better keep your business in order. Order! Behave like this, Frankie.
You might have hit him too hard in the head.
Maybe.
Hit Frankie with the medium pot.
One Frankie is properly cowering. Cower like that, Frankie. Cower! Cower!
I like the way this is going.
Yeah, this is wonderful, isn't it? This Iron Chef brand pasta, it seems to break apart a lot, but the quality and taste of the pasta is excellent.
Have you ever done bow ties with mac and cheese?
I have never, no. Bow ties are not one of my favorite pastas.
Oh, I love bow ties.
Bow ties are like right above spaghetti for me. Angel hair, get it out of here. Fettuccine's pretty good.
Fat spaghetti.
Bucatini, which is a thick spaghetti, that's quite good. Don't hurt yourself, Nina. We need to keep you around for cleaning. There are a lot of cobwebs in here lately. Well, one of these is clearly going to be ready first.
That's okay.
There's 3B in that because we needed the extra mac to offset the additional cheese to get the right ratio. Otherwise, it would have been, oh, thank you, Frankie. No, I'll take the, Frankie. Frankie's, Nina.
That's a lot of melted butter. How much butter's going in?
A stick and a half.
A stick and a half to 3B?
3B, yep. That's the standard ratio. That's the 3 cheese shells. And if you would be so kind, Nina, as to add the cheeses. 2 cheeses.
Absolutely. Wait, are these the same type?
They are. They're just 2 different manufacturing batches.
Oh, because it's very nice. This gold one that actually has the Cracker Barrel, especially for a show like ours where we would sometimes possibly confuse it.
I think I just heard something from one of our Frankies.
That Frankie's never had macaroni and cheese.
Never?
Never.
Hey, security, Frankie? Managing these Frankies is a hassle, Nina. Thank you for making the macaroni, Nina.
Whoa, this is a lot of cheese.
Yeah, it kind of is a lot of cheese, isn't it? Oh my, that's a lot of cheese. It actually looks more like a home style to me. Home styles tend to have a higher cheese ratio. We need to serve some here so the Frankies can try it. The Frankies are getting restless. They haven't been fed in 2 weeks. And here, you guys can have, you know, a plate of macaroni and cheese, and I'm going to try it. They're not very good at eating macaroni and cheese, Nina. Well, I'll try it and see how it is. Well, it's delicious. It's wonderful.
Would you do this again?
I don't think so because what am I going to do with this pasta now? I'll have to throw it into a pile of granite square blankets. Predictably, I actually think the shells help it a lot. We're just about ready on this one, though. I'll let those drain for just a minute while I make the cheese sauce in the pan. Nina, could you assist me by opening some cheese sauce packets?
Still 3 cheese, still the best packet?
Oh, I think it's the best packet mac. Though I do love that HEB 3 cheese.
Well, you got to move to Texas and buy yourself a chainsaw.
I'm making the cheese sauce here. I don't even think it needs any thickener, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think so. I think it's actually going to go okay. I think by making it separate, it's taking some of the liquid out.
Maybe that's what we do from now on.
We try the difference between making the sauce in advance and just making it in the pot.
Giving this a nice gentle stir, because I don't want to break up these big shells.
I think this might be a Reese's Big Cup problem, though. I think this still might be too much pasta to cheese. Next time we make pesto mac.
The Frankies don't get any this time.
No,
because clearly they can't handle it. I need a real Frankie. I'm just going to have 2 noodles, Nina. 2 noodles is a meal. Unfortunately, I can't eat this mac with a spoon.
This seems like fork mac.
No, I got it. Whew. It's delicious, but it's way too hot. The taste is amazing, though. Wow, it's a 3 cheese burst. Woo! The flavor is so delightfully and wonderfully intense that I'd have to go with that one. With the other normal noodles, it's not as good as it is in this form. There's something about this, the cheese is super strong. It really plays off the pasta well. I did burn my mouth a little because it was too hot. Besides that, delicious. I'm gonna have my one of the noodle here.
Did the little shells actually enhance the Cracker Barrel, or would you just go back to...
They did make it different. They made it a new experience, right? But this has completely transformed three cheese.
Okay.
No mac for a week. The answer is clear. Of the two Franken-Macs we made, the one made with the three cheese and the massive shells is the best. The other one is quite delicious too. I definitely think there's something to be said. I wish Kraft sold like three cheese powder in just big containers like I could get my firehouse pantry and not have to waste, boxes of pasta.
They did it with the Velveeta, as you saw. They do have just so maybe that's coming down
Maybe?
the road.
You
Maybe
never
they'll
know.
put everything in a cheese sauce packet.
That would be pretty great. That time on BoxMac.
It's done, right? We did it? We did a whole...
Yes, it's done. Thank you for cleaning the kitchen, Nina. We won't need these anymore. Is that a Nina? It is a Nina.
Oh God. Okay. I just need to find an air shaft to crawl through.
There's no air shafts, obviously. You should just come out, because seriously, you can't get out of the house via the bathroom.
Never.
I mean, yes, it is my intention to capture you and turn you into another Nina, but there is no conceivable way you could get out of that bathroom. I put in the wrong windows. You know what I mean? Come on, let's go to the clubbing wall. Noodles. Pirate pizza review. As if I wouldn't enjoy reviewing frozen pizzas. Well, there's plenty more Frankies where that came from.
What I don't get is why do you need more Ninas? You already have the real Nina.
Well, you can never have too many Ninas.
Control, this is 13. I've got repeated shouts of Frankie, Nina, and Noodle. Over.
Of course they were. I'll respond. And only me.
Please explain.
Junt may look like a chef, but a cook he is not. As a fan of BoxMac, you've enabled a man who could boil water and mix yellow goo and called it culinary art. I tried to guide him, but he's childlike and unsophisticated. Ending that silly little online program of theirs was the only way for us to get elevated.
Well, they ran out of Macs. That's why they stopped doing it.
Darling, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. They will never run out of Macs. Not in our lifetime. Junt, what did I ask you for last year?
Something new and good.
And under my control, that is precisely what we'll find. We will try every iteration. Possibly every existing ingredient. And finally, we shall have peace.
Peace, peace.
Make a creepy circle and join hands.
Noodle,
Noodle, noodle, noodle,
No, Frankie, let her go. We're too fat to run.
Oh, cool. We were the ones in the car.
We heard Junt was down this way.
Junt is not the same. Ground's gone sour. It's not the same dog I remember. You remember, Lewis.
Pet cemetery. Good pull. Get in. Junt!
So you think you're the only Frankie, huh? The only Frankie I can taste macaroni and cheese with? Well, I can create and destroy Frankies at will. It's no trouble at all.
Place sucks.
Is that so?
See, I told him, if you got murdered, I wouldn't be as sad. And now he did, and I'm kind of meh.
We're all kind of meh. Junt, this doesn't have to be a massacre, okay? The pizza thing, we just do that on the side. Give me the OXO, bud. Come on, bud.
Well, if it isn't Samwise Gamgee.
Oh, like what? Because I'm a sidekick?
No, because you're fuzzy and you're often barefoot.
Right.
He has to die. He's been holding us back for too long. And making fun of you with his little editing jokes.
Junt, we've reviewed a lot of Macs. We've reviewed trash bags. We've gone bargain shopping. Am I really that replaceable? You call this poor excuse for a human, Frankie?
I thought I was here for free food.
Okay, that guy wasn't even forced. Just go.
I'm out of here.
Give me the OXO, Junt!
Finish this, Junt!
Hey, Miss Noodle!
Was that the Truffle Evol one? Oh, it really is horrible. It's bread crummy gunk on top. Oh, I may be done with mac and cheese like forever. I just want a salad or ice cream or something.
Frankie? Is that you?
Everybody freeze.
Oh, right, the cop. What's the point of you?
Just some fodder so you think the whole town's in on a conspiracy.
Well, is it?
Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I'd always missed with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore, 'cause I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love you.
Hello, I'm internet sensation Frankie Frayne, and I'm here to tell you to sign up for the Red Cow Entertainment Patreon. Sign up, you cheap schmucks.